everyone, and welcome to our channel. This is Sunny, Show and Marketing Manager for ZK Performance Cooling, also known as Zing King overseas. Today, we're going to take a look at our SEMA 2026 build that will be featured in our booth next year. What I have behind me is one of my favorite childhood cars, which is a Nissan 300ZX. I picked up a 1993 Nissan 300ZX with a low mileage of 60,000 miles, twin turbo, from the second owner, my good friend John Rook from Arizona. If you guys know him in the Z community, he's well known in the Z-Con circles. ZK Performance Cooling, who are we? Well, back in the 1970s, we had started manufacturing of OEM radiator parts and slowly also got into the aftermarket aluminum radiators for racing vehicles. Our president, Titus, saw a vision of bringing the company over here to the US, and with his good friend Eddie, who is our director, started a company here in the US and started branding for other manufacturers. My good friend Yetin, who is the sales manager, contacted me knowing that I've been in the show scene for a long time and requested my help to help them with marketing and shows to get their brand recognition out here in the US. Me and myself been building cars since 2005. I built the first twin turbo 2003 Honda Accord V6 6-speed, which was featured at SEMA twice, as well as in the Performance and Sound magazine, as well as in Honda Tuning. So let's take a look at our SEMA 2026 build. Just want to go ahead and show you guys a sample of one of our radiators. As you can see, this is a stamped Zing King. We just recently rebranded to ZK Performance for the US market, and we will be updating that with all our radiator logos and boxes. As we mentioned, we want to rebrand to the US market to something a little more catchy, a little bit cooler. This is not the radiator for the 300ZX. As I mentioned, we still have not developed it yet, but I just wanted to put a sample next to the car. What we have here, guys, is a very well maintained and sought after 300ZX twin turbo with low miles. When I picked up the vehicle from John Rook, he had quite a collection of different vehicles that he's owned over the years, and he was a great curator for these, especially these JDM cars. He had a wide-bodied Acura NSX. He had a brand new Nissan 300ZX GTR R35. He had a BMW. He had a slew of street bikes and dirt bikes. So he's really into the different type of cars. So he built this car the way he wanted to build it. It's not a full-on show car, but it's, I would say it's a OEM plus kind of build, and that's what I'll be going for as well. I'm going to do my best not to go crazy show on this car, as I want to be able to take this car on the weekends, take out my son because he really loves the car, and for us to enjoy it, and where I don't have to worry about people scratching the car and things like that. So we'll start off in the front here. We have a 99 J spec front bumper and the most sought out headlights on this vehicle, which is a 99 J spec headlights. And as you know, these are getting hard to find and very sought after, and the prices are just keep increasing. It does have a carbon fiber hood, which was not branded, but it does actually look pretty good. My good friend Joe, who owns Joe Z, the white wide-body 300ZX, who's infamous in the 300ZX world, he actually hooked me up with this nose panel, carbon fiber nose panel, and believe it or not, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but the weave fits perfectly on this. And this nose panel is made by our friend Jose and Ionic Dynamics. If you know him well, he makes many awesome, amazing parts for the 300ZX, especially in carbon fiber. And we will be purchasing more parts from Ionic Dynamics for this application. So what we have here is some Aniki wheels, 19-inch. I'm not sure of the width sizes. He did went ahead and installed the G37 big brakes with the Akibono kit, which I actually have on my Q60 IPL as well. As you see, the red color, it's not the bright Aztec red that's most commonly known. It is, I believe it's cherry red, pearl. Can't remember the exact color code. And if you see back there, I do love red cars. There's my wide body Kia Optima that was featured at SEMA twice and on the cover of Pass Mag, and I will be doing a video walkthrough on that Kia as well. If we get up closer, we do have some, I think these are also Ionic Dynamics carbon fiber door sills, and then he does have the Ionic Dynamics carbon roof spoiler. Another great thing that I loved about this car is he's also got the 99J spec taillights already on here with the stock spoiler, which I do love, but I'm planning to build this car more with the 99J spec line, and most likely we'll be switching out the spoiler to the 99J spec spoiler, which is provided by Ionic Dynamics. He does have the twin Z rear bumper, as you can see, and I will be keeping that on. I will be most likely blacking out this line right here, which most people do, and it does have an HKS exhaust system with the Z1 test pipes. I am most likely going to be changing out the exhaust as well. I do like the dual tip look, and I'll be contacting my friends Remy at Zenrage Exhaust, which I do have on my Kia, which is a one-off titanium exhaust, and we'll be making that for this application as well. All right, if we go ahead and take a look at the interior is immaculate, well maintained. John actually went ahead and put in some Sparco seats, a bucket seat there for the passenger, and then the recliner for himself. Unfortunately, he is 6 foot tall, and I'm only 5'7", so there are no rails or sliders in this car. So I actually have a new set of our Sparco seats, SPX carbon fiber backs that are already in the garage that I will be installing from our friends at Sparco with sliders and or with the rails. It does also, and I do mention it does have, and also does have the Sparco rails on it already. So far, I haven't really changed much to the vehicle. I did add a Viper alarm system. It does have the Goretti Perfect boost controller. I did end up changing the head unit, as it had a Kenwood head unit, early head unit, but it was no longer working, which it was a pretty cool head unit, but I went ahead and put this power acoustic touchscreen for now, so at least going to have some music when I'm driving the vehicle. My plan with this build, as I mentioned, is to do an OEM Plus build, but I kind of want to do more of a plus build. So I've contacted our friends at Interior Innovations. I believe is probably the leading interior modifications for 300ZX. He makes tons of carbon fiber parts as well as leather interior parts. So to match the SPX seats, we are going to wrap the dashboard and the upper door cards in leather, which I've already ordered. I've ordered some carbon fiber door handle here. I'm going to do some custom door, carbon fiber skinning. We did actually order the double din head unit from my Interior Innovations in carbon fiber as well. And then we're going to reupholster everything other than the suede. The suede is in great condition. For how old it is, we're going to keep that, but everything that you see in the plastic black here, we're going to wrap that in black leather with red stitching. And we're going to continue that all the way to the back of the trunk as well. So just want to kind of show you guys the interior with the new head unit. It's a very inexpensive head unit. I think it was about $150 from Walmart. I saw another 300ZX had them. It's you know, pretty cool. You know, it has Apple CarPlay and Android imaging, whatever that's called. There's the Goretti boost gauge. I did kind of move it. He kind of had it right here sitting, and I kind of flush mounted it there just for now. And then my favorite part of the car, or one of the favorite things, I don't know if you guys can see that, is 61,000 miles on this 1993 300ZX. That was really important to me to find a low mileage car. I've been looking for a good amount of time, at least 5 to 6 years for this car. And I also did, as I mentioned, interior innovations. We're doing full interior innovations upgrade. So I have a carbon fiber shift knob and e-brake, and we'll be changing all the boots to match as well in the black leather with the red stitching. I did also order the carbon fiber steering wheel with the black leather and red stitching as well. All right, here we got the trunk. We have an old school Siren Vega. I believe this is a 12-inch sub. I remember in high school, these were the coolest things to have in your car. Everybody wanted Siren Vega and Phoenix Gold, which I have in my Kia. It's a full Phoenix Gold setup. Here we got some Kenwood amps with the Kenwood speaker upgrade. And one of my favorite 90s things about this car was the antenna. And the antenna works perfect as it should. It goes up and down when you turn the car on and off. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood here. So one of the main things I wanted to do was find a engine that already had the turbos upgraded, and some, you know, of course that comes along with other things getting upgraded, you know, because I know it's a pain to kind of work on these motors. So what we got so far is we got some Nismo 740cc injectors, we got 360-degree fuel rails, we have MSFP manifolds, JW T550BB turbos. We have Z1 test pipes, of course, with HKS exhaust. We have still in side mount intercoolers. We have a larger oil cooler with dual pop chargers, saline dual MAF. We have pulleys, Toyo radiator. Of course, we're going to be changing that out with our ZK Performance cooling radiator, so stay tuned for that. Drive shaft one piece Exceedi Hyper twin clutch, which is a little bit you know, it's a little bit tough to get used to, so I might end up swapping that out. We have a CZP EEPROM for the 91 octane, which I'm going to be you know, having Sebastian at Specialty Z ending up tuning this car. So that's what we got so far. Let me kind of just show you what we have here. We've got some couple rare pieces here. We got the Concept Z Performance radiator cover here, polished with the fuse box cover, which you can't even get anymore. There's another one over here on this side. We are going to be switching out the battery to an Optima Batteries. I think it's going to be a DC35 yellow top, and I did speak with Optima Battery Trays, and my friend Ben over there, the owner, he actually already sent me the tray, so we're going to get that installed as well. What else we got here? Yes, we have either, I'm not sure if it's the Ionic Dynamics or if it's the Interior Innovations fan shroud, but I do have a new one from Interior Innovations that I'm going to be switching out, and then also we're going to either switch this out or refinish that as well. I have a good friend by the name of Hype who's built like a 1200 horsepower Z, and he's got the 62 millimeter Rob, the throttle bodies. So I'm debating if I'm going to, you know, change the throttle bodies out to that, but I am for sure going to change out the, you know, the upper intake tubes there, and deciding whether or not if I'm going to go with the larger intercoolers with the you know, the new piping for that. So yeah, I got a couple other show bits. We're gonna work with JD Customs. Great, John. He's been a big supporter of my previous SEMA build, and I've spoken to him and his colleague Morgan, and we're going to fill this whole engine bay with the titanium goodies. So stay tuned for that. And we're going to be doing some chroming and some different powder coating, and going to kind of make this like a real nice, you know, kind of, I guess you can kind of say, showpiece. I am going to keep the Hikis system for now because it's working, and it's a total 90s thing. I had it on my Prelude. I had a 1990 Prelude that had the 4-wheel steering, and I thought it was just super cool, something of the 90s technology. I know a lot of people get rid of, you know, it to make the engine bay cleaner, but since mine is still working, I'm going to keep it, and it's the hydraulic system, not the electronic system, which I think is in the 94 and 95s. And then we have our fuel pressure regulator right over here. And then, you know, so the plan is to make this engine bay a lot more prettier. And our goal, as I mentioned, I'm working with Seb, so I'm deciding if I'm going to go E85 on this build, which should easily push us, you know, close to the 600 power range. I think right around now, if we get it tuned, we'll be close to the 500 power range. So yeah, so stay tuned on whether, you know, what I'm going to do with that. All right, thank you guys again for joining us here today with ZK Performance Cooling. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. Please do stay tuned, like, and subscribe. This is going to be full-on build that's going to be going out throughout the whole year for us to present this car at SEMA. And then we will also bring it to ZCon in Arizona 2026. This car is not going to look the same. We are going to be doing quite a few upgrades to this car. Again, we're going to go for an OEM++ build, something that's super clean, but it's also trying to show and go. And hope you guys stay along for the ride. Thanks again, and have a great day.